to leave a young wife and a young child like that, but this young man was one of BRPD's finest.
It was almost 1 year ago today at this very hospital that I came here to see Officer Toddy. He was shot in the line of duty. I remember when he was in recovery, he said he wanted to go to Motors. And I said, young man, when you come back, you can go any section you want to be in. And, he was excited to be in Motors. He was doing something that he loved to do. It's a sad day today. It just highlights, how our police officers put their lives on the line every day.
The procession tonight of law enforcement escorting the body of Baton Rouge Police Corporal Shane Toddy, killed today while he was escorting a funeral.
Now to our team. Scotty Hunter has what will happen next, but first our Graham Mulkins spoke with a man who was heartbroken tonight. The accident happened right in front of him. He and other bystanders jumped right in and did CPR, trying to save the officer's life. Graham.
A very tough day for lots of people, including those Good Samaritans. Here at BRPD headquarters, in front of the Fallen Officers Memorial, already some flowers left tonight, a tribute that is sure to grow. But as for this Good Samaritan, he contacted us tonight, not because he wanted to be on TV, but because he had a message for the family of Corporal Toddy.
The only time I remember in my mind right now is 2:37.
They mourn and heal. The flag here at BRPD headquarters at half-staff tonight. They will be needing lots more prayers as this family does. This entire family, citywide law enforcement family, loses yet another officer. Guys.
Graham, thank you very much. We certainly appreciate that under tough circumstances. Now, outside of the hospital, the chief of police and the sheriff, who's also investigating this, came out and spoke. And obviously a hard night, but that investigation has to go on.
Yeah, Greg, they say it's always hard to deal with the crushing weight of losing one of their own. But as police work to determine exactly what happened, top law enforcement are asking us all to remember the man who dedicated 6 years of his life to keeping this community safe.
It's hard, and in any day, what happened today can happen to any police officer that's out there trying to keep us safe.
Condolences are pouring in from everywhere tonight in the wake of this horrible crash. The governor tweeting tonight for prayers and calling this a tragic loss for the Baton Rouge community that Toddy worked so hard to keep safe. Mayor Sharon Weston Broome also releasing a statement calling Toddy one of BRPD's best and brightest young officers who was wholly dedicated to serving the people of Baton Rouge. Now, this is just a fraction of what's being said about the officer and his service. Liz?
Scotty, messages of support and prayers pouring in really from all over the country tonight, hoping to reach the Toddy family as well as his brothers and sisters in blue. These are just a few of the messages that we found online coming from officials throughout Baton Rouge to neighboring police departments and sheriff's offices throughout Louisiana, even a group of first responder chaplains out of Ohio. So many people sharing their prayers tonight. Now, if you'd like to leave your thoughts and condolences, feel free to add your comments to our Facebook page.
Yes, indeed. Now to our other breaking story tonight. Accused killer Dakota Terrio is back in Louisiana. He's the man accused of killing 5 people last Saturday, including his own parents. This is him being brought back to Louisiana. Now, coming up in just a few minutes, we sat down with the 2 folks who lived in the trailer with that young man's parents. One of them was home when the parents were killed. They also lived with Terrio before. Now, they share an insight we have not heard yet as everyone tries to make sense of this tragedy. Hear from them coming up.
Okay, it is Friday, and many of you are looking ahead to your weekend, so let's go to Chief Meteorologist Jay Grimes with a look at what's going on outside.
If you've got weekend plans, stick with them. The rain's not going to be a big issue. I'll get you ready for next week, too, in just a few minutes, guys.
Jay, thanks so much. Mardi Gras is starting early in our nation's capital. The 3-day Washington Mardi Gras celebrations include music, dancing, food, all culminating with a grand ball on Saturday. Of course, when we think of Mardi Gras, it's all about fun, but in Washington, it is about promoting issues of importance to Louisiana. And also out of D.C. tonight, the Supreme Court put a hold on Louisiana's new abortion law. The law was set to take effect Monday, but a judge says he needs more time to review arguments. The law would require doctors at abortion clinics to have admitting privileges at nearby hospitals. At least one of the state's 3 clinics said they would have to close when the law takes effect.
A health alert for you now. The CDC says Louisiana is seeing higher flu cases than most in the country. Take a look at this map right here. You can see we are definitely getting there.
We are definitely seeing increases across age groups in Louisiana still to this point, whether it's small children or elderly, who are of course most at risk, but also throughout the age span.
So the good news here, we are not close to the amount of people sick with the flu that we had a year ago. Remember, it is not too late to get your flu shot.
Now, if you do wind up sick, there is some exciting news today for kids at Our Lady of the Lake Hospital. Breck is partnering with the San Diego Zoo Channel to bring animals to patients through TV. The channel provides stories about animals as well as quizzes and other cool looks at their lives up close. The Baton Rouge Zoo has been featured in stories before, and now they're excited to bring that to kids in the hospital.
I think San Diego Zoo Kids Channel is one of those things that kids, while they're here, they get a chance to have fun, to learn, but maybe it takes their mind off of what's really going on in their life for just a little bit, and that can be very powerful in helping them heal.
Now, the channel has been installed in nearly 100 kids' hospitals and Ronald McDonald houses in 38 states across the U.S.
Still to come, we introduce you to a man trying to keep the Mardi Gras mask tradition alive in North Louisiana.
And just on the other side of the break, our extended interview with the roommates of the Terrio family.
And as we go to break, a shot of the flag, half-staff outside of Baton Rouge Police Headquarters. The mayor has already sent out an order asking that all flags be put at half-staff at the city buildings until the burial of Corporal Shane Toddy. More on his life online right now. You can read condolences coming in from all over and share your own. We'll be back. For the first time tonight, we hear from two people who say they were the roommates of Keith and Elizabeth Terrio, two of the 5 victims killed in a shooting spree last weekend.
One of them was actually inside this mobile home when the alleged shooter, the victim's own son, opened fire. Here's Donovan Jackson.
Keith and Elizabeth Terrio, also known as Stretch and Lee. Donovan Jackson, WAFB 9 News.
Donovan, thank you very much for that insight. Again, authorities did not have a motive for the shootings. Dakota Terrio is back in Louisiana. He did not fight extradition. He arrived earlier this evening and will have a trial now to go in Ascension Parish and Livingston Parish. More on this on WAFB.com.
All right, get ready for a few passing showers over the weekend. The majority of you stay dry. Better rain chances as we get into Monday and Tuesday, but look at the warm-up. We'll be into the 70s a good bit of next week.